Everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this channel should be taken as a recommendation to buy or sell. I also trade all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading, so you might be interested in that. Well, happy Friday afternoon, everybody. Looks like we are having a pretty interesting day. I'm loving the formation of Bitcoin. This is really good, looking good. First of all, just a reminder, I'm giving out $1,000 before December 22nd. 10 winners will receive $100 each. And all you have to do is sign up for my free channel over at cryptoinfluencers.com. This is the channel right here. So just go ahead and do that. One other announcement I have, I am doing a Twitter Spaces today with MEXC Global. I'm talking to Andrew Weiner, who's a vice president over at MEXC, and we'll just talk about trading and just, things to watch out for, just a little bit about where I've come from and what I'm doing and that kind of thing. So I'll get the link once I have it, but just check that out on Twitter. So apart from that, let's just talk about what is happening. So this is where we are. We are having a really kind of a calm day today, which after a slight candle down, a reversal candle down here is just fine. I don't mind this at all. This is probably going to set us up for a nice weekend, which is what I'm completely expecting. So yesterday, this is where we closed. We closed with this little red candle, and it closed perfectly. If it was too high, it would have been a reversal to the downside. If it was too low, if it was below the midpoint, then we would have had more of a bearish scenario. But we kind of closed right in the sweet spot. So this was perfectly bullish. It could either have a slight red, which just shows that bears are weak, or we could have had a little bit of green and it would have just been a little bit of more continuation until we found a top candle. But a small consolidation right here is actually probably the better of the two scenarios, since it gives us a chance to slowly build up momentum. So I don't mind this at all. So with this close yesterday, this is the outcome. You can see that our outlook on average is looking better and better. Like this move to the upside is changing a lot of the scenarios that the AI is picking up on. Our most liked scenario is now October 21st of 2019. And this is when we had kind of a drop down and then a bounce. I don't think we're going to have this drop down. I think we kind of just had that. And in fact, I think that was here. So we probably had our drop down, and we're probably looking for a move to the upside. And thin markets this weekend, I think there's a lot of things that'll get us there. But this is the closest scenario that we have in the history of Bitcoin. And you can see that the variance is 17%. So this is much higher. This variance is worse than it was a few days ago. And that's just because we're moving into an area that we haven't seen this sort of a formation before. So there's an old formation that we used to talk about and joke about back in the probably 2018, 2019 markets, where the market was just going sideways, and we called these Bart heads, Bart head formations. And so you can see how there was a leg down here, and then there was the choppy hair. So this is an upside down Bart head, right? So you got the side of his head, you got his hair, and then you got the other side of his head. And I'm totally expecting that. I'm betting we'll see, we've got this move down, we've got kind of some choppy Bart head hair, and then we'll probably come back up on the other side. So yeah, very technical there. But I'm loving our averages. Our averages are getting way and way more optimistic. Our medians are even better than our averages. So it's really, really phenomenal to see that things are likely to move up. So just for fun, I put in our next data point. So this is, I just put in this doji right here, and I will update this right now, and you can see what changes. So the first thing you'll notice is that our variance improved. We now have 4 data points that are below 20% variance. So these data points are getting better. You'll also notice that our green outlook is still green. In fact, it's slightly more green. The only question mark is in 3 days what will happen. So there's a little bit of, nothing's 100%. You can see that our worst case scenario is pretty huge, but our best case scenario is even bigger. So between all of these data points, still our most likely outcome is 1021. So with this new data point, this outcome is actually still the most likely. It didn't even move a single day. So we are building into a pretty decent move in the short term. Look at the second best scenario. This is pretty. I would not mind this at all. This is one of the more, so the next data point is probably one of the more pessimistic, and it's just pessimistic because it's going to slope down for maybe the next couple of weeks, and then it just builds like crazy, and it has it would have had a 70% gain where we are right now in 55 days. So this would not be a terrible outcome. There's just a little bit of red at the beginning, and then the longer outlook looks better. So, I mean, I've been saying the same thing, that since this drop, we simply need about 6 to 8 weeks. And we're getting close to 4 weeks, but 6 to 8 weeks, and we're gonna be well on our way. Our chart structure is going to be in a completely different place. Then this is our next scenario. So this would be another one of those that we consolidate for a little longer and then pop. But I don't think we'll have to wait that long. So, but we're getting through this. If I average all of these, this is what our map looks like. So doesn't this look like a pretty nice outcome? This essentially says that the bottom is in, and that we're likely to consolidate at about a 5 to 7% higher range than we are currently. And then after we've consolidated, we'll continue moving up. So the scenarios are getting better and better with every day's data that's coming out. So as the data comes, so as we get more candles, and we close candles that are higher than our most recent consolidation, it's getting more and more bullish. And the altcoins are a little impatient. You can kind of see over here that there's just a lot of green out here today. So you just give alts just a little bit of green from Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the structure of the altcoins are really, really looking good. So I had a couple of closes today, which was nice. I always like to see some money come back into my pocket after this wild move. But so everything's looking pretty nice. Ethereum is doing really well. I was kind of hoping for kind of a green day, a small red candle, and then a small green day to get us back up here. This formation would give us some serious momentum and pop us probably, if not up to the 50, it could even go through the 50 with this sort of structure. So I am pretty excited about that. Things are definitely changing when I kind of zoom out and get a little bit bigger view on the outlook. It's pretty nice. We have some tests to make it through. We've got all 3 of our averages above us, so we've got to get up there. But closing the week at or above the 200 would be a total game changer. We're getting closer to the end of the week, and we have 2 days and 5 hours left. If we can so normally an important, I've said this 100 times, but important levels of support or resistance take time to cross. So to really cross this 200, we would really like to close on it on Sunday night. If we close on this 200-day week moving average, there is a strong chance that it sets us up perfectly to break above it for the next time. And so we've got this declining channel here, and we might be testing it next week. If we could close on this 200, we might be able to test it next week. And couldn't tell you how good that would be. So a lot of positives out there. I'm feeling pretty good about the bottom of this bear market, that we're kind of wrapping up this stage. The thing that gets me most excited is that every time you have a significant drop, you're watching to see if things are worse or better. So this move here was a significant drop, and it popped us down pretty good. But the next drop was even more significant. And I'm on a log scale, so you can see that this is a higher percent drop. Well, when we finally had another drop, it was pretty weak. So this is a complete shift in momentum. There's still a lot of pessimism out there, and there's a lot of people crying for 10,000, 9,000. And I'm just taking the charts as they come, but I'm seeing a decrease in downward momentum, not an increase. So that's kind of where I stand. Lots of good things. So there are a couple things I'm messing around with. I'm adjusting some things, and I'm actually doing a little research into a copy trading account over on MEXC. I'm trying to figure out if that might be a way for some of you to kind of get involved in what I'm doing without the full $100 a month expense. So I don't know, maybe in the comments on or somewhere, just tweet me or something, DM me on Twitter, and tell me what you think about that idea, if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in. But anyway, we're doing good. Things are coming around. So tomorrow's going to be really busy, so I probably won't get a video out tomorrow, and I don't work Sunday, so I'll probably catch everybody back on Monday. But should be interesting to see how this weekend does. Bitcoin is really primed in a really good spot to start moving north here. And like I said, I really am just waiting for a test on the 50. Testing the 50, even a rejection would be perfectly fine. I just want to get up to this range here and do our first attempt so that we can, test it a couple of times, and I think we'll get a breakthrough on the second. So, all right, everyone have an awesome Friday. We will catch you all Monday. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. Make sure you keep those trades small. Don't force a trade. Don't get impatient. And if you want to see how all this works, please come over and check me out on the subscription channel at cryptoinfluencers.com. Again, the link is in the description.